Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Breaking It Down. I'm Pritha and in this video we will learn about OFDM. We will begin by seeing how multiplexing in the frequency domain can help prevent ISI and then proceed to see the motivation behind and the benefits of OFDM while understanding what it actually means. But before we begin, let me first recap what we have learned in the previous video. So, we saw that delay spread caused due to multipath communication leads to an apparent spreading of signals in the time domain. If the transmitted symbols are not spaced far enough, this spreading might lead to intersymbol interference and affects the reliability of communication. We saw one very intuitive way to reduce ISI is to space the transmitted symbols sufficiently in the time domain. Now, this has the same effect as either increasing the symbol time or decreasing the signal bandwidth, as seen in this diagram. Thus, the resultant signal is a narrow band signal, and while this very successfully prevents ISI, it leads to slower data transmission. So, our aim now is to avoid ISI without compromising with the data rates. In order to achieve that, we can divide a wideband signal with a single carrier frequency, as seen in this diagram, into several narrow subbands with corresponding subcarriers. This is also known as multi carrier modulation, and this is the central idea behind frequency domain multiplexing or FDM. Let us now see how such a division will help us in avoiding ISI. So, till now we were sending a wideband signal, say F, over the channel to the receiver which had an oscillator tuned at the same carrier frequency F for signal detection. Now, in FDM, we send each of the narrow subbands simultaneously to the receiver over parallel channels. The receiver now has multiple oscillators which are tuned corresponding to each subcarrier frequency as seen in this diagram. So, for this subband with subcarrier frequency F1, we will have a corresponding receiving end oscillator tuned to F1 frequency. So, when the transmitted signal will arrive at the receiving antenna, this oscillator can uniquely detect the signal transmitted at F1 frequency. We know that a narrowband signal has a large symbol time and can successfully avoid ISI. Thus, each individual symbol corresponding to the subbands will have a sufficiently large symbol time and successfully avoid ISI. Also, since multiple subbands are parallelly transmitting data, the transmission rate is not compromised and, in fact, can be further enhanced. So, in this diagram, also, we can see how when we are using FDM, the symbols are sufficiently spaced in time and multiple symbols are simultaneously transmitted to increase the data transmission rate. However, in this FDM that I have described, the subcarriers are very closely spaced. Thus, if the bandwidth of any neighboring subband is slightly higher than that of the given carrier frequency, the neighboring subbands might interfere with each other. Also, even a minor frequency offset between tuned oscillators of transmitting and receiving ends might lead to some hindrance in unique detection of each signal due to interference. This phenomenon of interference between the signals of neighboring subcarriers is named intercarrier interference or ICI. ICI can be seen in this diagram. Here, the slightly larger bandwidth of F2 subband is interfering with the proper detection of F1 signal, and here, due to the frequency offset in F2 oscillator, the properly tuned F1 oscillator will also face interference from the neighboring F2 subband. To avoid this ICI, guard bands can be introduced between subsequent subbands. However, as clearly evident from this figure, this leads to a severe wastage of available bandwidth and is thus spectrally inefficient. So, as a recap, till now we have seen that in order to solve the problem of intersymbol interference, we first increased the symbol time. However, this led to decreased data rates and was thus not a very viable solution. We then decided to use FDM and sent multiple narrowband signals simultaneously to solve ISI while still ensuring high data rates. However, this led to intercarrier interference. We then added guard bands between subsequent subbands in the frequency domain to prevent ICI. This, however, led to a significant wastage of bandwidth. So, Now, our aim is to minimize this bandwidth wastage while avoiding both ISI as well as ICI. This can be achieved using orthogonal frequency division multiplexing or OFDM. So, in OFDM, we remove the guard bands and bring the subbands so close that they overlap with each other. Now, this very clearly avoids the spectrum wastage. However, you might think that such overlapping subbands with extremely closely spaced subcarriers is a recipe for disaster. However, that is where OFDM very smartly tackles all the problems to give us the best results. The subsequent subcarriers are chosen such that they are orthogonal to each other and thus do not interfere despite overlapping in the frequency domain. Let us understand this using this diagram. As we can clearly see here, at the subcarrier frequency f, while the blue signal has a peak, all other signals have zero value. Thus, when an oscillator tuned to frequency f will receive all the signals, it will receive all other frequencies, but it will still be able to uniquely detect the blue signal as all other frequencies have zero value at this point. In this diagram, all the signals are orthogonal to each other and thus do not interfere despite overlapping. Choosing subsequent frequencies in integer multiples of any fundamental frequency f guarantees such an orthogonality of signals in the frequency domain. So, finally, in this video, we learned how OFDM tackles the problem of ISI by simultaneously transmitting signals multiplexed in the frequency domain and exploits the orthogonality between subsequent subcarriers to avoid ICI while making communication systems extremely spectrally efficient. In the next video, we will see how we can implement OFDM in a communication system. We will discuss some amazing properties of this genius idea, which leads to very efficient processing techniques. Till then, take care. Thank you and bye bye.